Hey. Exactly. All right, let's do some Tai Chi. Um, I think we should work on the second section, and let's just start this piece by piece. Um, what we're doing is the beginning Tai Chi. Now, Jill, I know you've been through this before, but clearly you do not remember it all. So I think that past experience is good. You can roll that into what we're doing. But the purpose of the essentially consider this the first time through. The first time through is just to get the basic choreography, right? It's not to go beyond that. Eventually we'll go beyond that, but right now we just have to get something to work with. So getting the right choreography is the place to start. So let's start with walk obliquely a twist step. Let me adjust the camera. So walking obliquely means to walk at an angle, right? And what we're going to do is walk in a triangle. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. To the left, to the right, and then kick and step out. Right back where you started. All right. Left, right, center. Okay, what's happening with the upper body? So you're doing 3 things. The first thing, the second thing is just a repetition of the first thing in reverse, and the third thing is a kick. So it's three separate things. All right, you start from white crane. Retreat, block, and hit. Advance, block, and hit. Set, kick, and push. That's the first part of the move, all right? Retreat, block, and hit. Advance, block, and hit. Set, kick, push. All right? The purpose of a move like this is to develop your coordination. Left and right body coordination, upper body, lower body coordination, and then you're going to be actually doing all 4 limbs are going to be doing something different. All right? So in the martial arts, you have to be able to do that, and you have to be able to do it effectively, and you have to be able to do it without even thinking about it. You cannot think about these things because your thinking is way too slow. I was looking at some video here recently where they've done some testing, and this seems a little funny to me, but they were testing the neocortex, and the neocortex can process 10 bits of information per second. That's a very low rate. That's a very low rate. So if you're thinking, oh, I need to step back, and then I need to block, and then I need to hit, you're dead by that time. You can't rely on that. Now your sensory system processes something like 1,000,000,000 bits per second. So it's orders and orders of magnitude faster than your neocortex. So what we think of as thinking is not how you do Tai Chi. It's not how you play a piano. I was watching Marta Argerich. Do you know Marta Argerich, the pianist? She's probably 85 years old now. I'll bring a video to queue up. She's absolutely incredible. She's incredible technically. She's very powerful. I mean, physically powerful. And um, her power and her technique allow her to express the music in a way that's very unusual. She's a classical pianist. So she's doing, Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 1 was what I was listening to. So the process of learning Tai Chi is a lot like the process of learning to play the piano. Right now, we're just learning finger exercises. All right? But now think about this. How does that work? Watch the blue band. You're spinning. You're spiraling on your own central axis. So it may seem like, well, yeah, my foot's doing one thing and my hand's doing something else and my elbow's doing something. What's the other arm doing? What's it? But that's not what's happening. What's happening is very simple, right? You're flying backward and you're twisting at the same time. Twist. When you can feel that as a whole body thing, then your body will remember it. You're not remembering with this, you're remembering with this, literally. If you want to go left, how do you start? By going right, right? You go right, and then left. Now, I wasn't thinking about that a moment ago. I was just watching myself in TV here, the mirror, and go, oh yeah, you should say something about going right, because you just do it naturally. You don't think about it, right? I want to go over here, so I start, right? Watch. You start by this. Um, Force is mass times acceleration. We usually think of acceleration in terms that we have experienced. So you're sitting and driving a car and you step on the accelerator and you go straight ahead faster. You're going faster straight ahead. That's acceleration. But there's another kind of acceleration that's also acceleration. And it has to do with the nature of the universe. And that is when you spin, when you spin, that's acceleration. You're not necessarily going faster. What you're doing is changing your direction. And changing your direction counts as acceleration. So your mass is your mass, and you're getting a greater acceleration just by twisting. If that makes any sense.
That's basic physics there.
It's basic physics.
When you're in a yeah, when you're in a
Twist
curve,
to the
you're
right,
always accelerating. Yeah.
twist to the left. All right? It's accelerate, 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 accelerate right, accelerate left. All right, and now that's, let's say that's a block. All right, it could be something other than a block, but let's say it's a block. It's a block and then hit. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Watch the left hand. 1. Where's the left hand? How did the left hand get back there? It's because I'm turning my waist. I'm not thinking about it. But if I want to hit forward, what do I have to do first? I have to go backward. Well, guess what? I just go backward naturally without even trying to go backwards. All right? 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, when you get good at it, your wind up gets, your movement becomes much more efficient because your coordination is so much better. So you learn the basic choreography not to stay at the level of the basic choreography, but to have something to practice. So the choreography you're practicing here in this move is 1, 2. You could just stand here and do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, you should practice that 100 times a day. Now, the only difference between that walking exercise, where you're just walking straight back and forth, is we're going at an angle. That's it. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. So the only difference between just a drill, drills are usually straight forward and straight back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that's no different than learning a dance step. You're just doing the dance step over and 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 over until you don't even think about it anymore. Your body just does it. All right? The only difference between, right, this and this is we're just doing it at an angle. Simple. Got it? One, 2. 1, 2. Set. Set. Chi all the way in the ground. Set. All right? Set. And then kick. Now, we don't deliver the kick. Set. Right? But you could. Right? Set. Kick. Set. Kick. Push. Why don't we do the kick, Joe?
Well, you would lose some power right there.
Well, yeah, that's true. You're losing power, but there are forms in which you would do the kick. Why do we not do the kick?
Because the person's on the other side.
Well, that's true. We could, if it was Kevin, we could get him to move up and we could kick him. It's simply disruptive.
Mm.
This form is an Ilu form, and it's meant to be peaceful. It's not meant to be all rough. It's meant to be much more like Qigong. All right. So, you know, could you do the kick? Yeah, you could do the kick. But it's like jumping in. It's like you're playing a peaceful Mozart piece and suddenly it turns into disco. they're just two different kinds of music. There's nothing wrong with either one, but they don't necessarily go together that well. Right? Or it's like uh, if your mom bakes you a beautiful chocolate cake for your birthday and then puts Tabasco sauce in it, they just don't go together that well, right? At least at least they don't for me. All right. So retreat, block, hit. Advance, block, hit. Set, kick, push. All right. That's the first part of this movement. It's like a unit, right? You should take a moment when you're done with that to relax. So watch. Retreat, block, hit. Advance, block, hit. Set, kick, push. Right? Relax. Take a moment. Relax. Recombobulate yourself. That's a technical term. Right? Recombobulate. Push. Relax. Bring yourself back into the center. Right? Get yourself into a quiet place. And now you're going to hit this guy in front of you. You're going to hit this guy. So what do you have to do? If you're going to hit this guy here, how do you start?
You wind up.
You're going to wind up. Boom. Now look at the left. Look at the left. All right? Relax. Watch the left here. It's not by chance. It's actually going out and around. Now, it's 98% just happening on its own. I'm not really lifting my arm and doing that. I could, but I'm not. All right? It just happens because my body's going here. And then on top of that, 2% is controlling the pathway very lightly. Now, if I needed to, I could do more. All right? So you're blocking. Someone's trying to kick at your groin. Block. Block and hit. But it's so gentle that it's very easy just to pass over it. This is a right-handed form. For those that are left-handed, it may be somewhat annoying. Years ago, somebody asked Master Zhang in the class, when are you going to teach us the left-handed version of this? And he said, Master Zhang said, I'll teach you the right-handed version. You go home and teach yourself the left-handed version. Once you know the right-handed version, you should be able to figure out the left-handed version. It's the same thing on the other side, right? Nobody that I know has ever done that, but theoretically you could. Why do they teach the right-handed version? Because 90% of people are right-handed. That's the only reason. And in China, Tai Chi is always or often 99% of the time done as a group. And so you don't want 10% of the group off doing something completely the opposite of the other 90%. It doesn't work. Everybody needs to be on the same program. So everybody learns the right-handed version of this. It's not fair, right? Left-handed freedom.
Yes.
Well, you're also fighting 90% right-handed people. So, I mean, it's 10% like me you have to look out for.
Yeah, it's only the guys like Kevin you got to watch out for. Yeah.
Well, I'm left-handed as well, but
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
I what you know, it's like what's interesting is that when I was growing up, like when I was learning, like in kindergarten, there were no left-hand scissors. So to this day, I use scissors in my right hand.
Yeah, I
So
know most tools are a lot of tools doesn't make any difference, but a lot of tools it does make a difference, and they're always right-handed. Um, it's not fair, but it's just the way it is. Okay, one more. Retreat, block, hit. Advance, block, hit. Set, kick, push. Right? Squeeze, squeeze, press down, and relax. Right? Now, when you do that in real life, it looks more like something like this. And just relax. Block and hit. Now comes the twist step. 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 This one's going down like this. This one's coming over like this. Twist step. Twist step. Twist step. Right? You grab somebody by the wrist, here comes their shoulder, twist step. Right? Or it could be the elbow, but it's usually the shoulder. Right? You're pulling them down. How do you pull them down? It's not like this. It's the body. It's just the weight of your body. And that's going to pull them down, and then you come with the other hand right behind their shoulder. What is the twist step for? Well, the twist step is just to help power this. The power comes out of the feet, out of the ground. Twist step. Now, why are they calling it twist? Well, it's because you are kind of twisting here, right? But you're also, right? You've stepped up. You've stepped up to whack this guy. That's actually part of the whack, right? Watch this foot. There are moves that look like this. Right? Smack him and kick him. Boom. We're not doing that here, but you're rising up. All your weight is here. 99.9% is here. There's really no weight on this leg. And the twist step is bringing the weight back. That's what powers this. If some guy's coming in here to punch you, he's probably fast and he's probably in a good position. So you need all the help you can get to divert his punch. The biggest friend you've got on your side is your own weight. Boom. That does 85% of the work. That does the other 20%. Follow through. Twist step. Um, you can do it quickly because it's not your hands that are moving. It's this. This one movement moves your feet and your hands. So it's not, foot, hand, foot. Or excuse me, foot, hand, hand. It's not three different things moving. It's just one thing moving. Right? The white dot. Everything floats on that. I've been watching videos of surfers on some of these really big waves that have been hitting this year at Mavericks, as well as there's a place in Spain or southern France. I can't remember the name of it right now. Just amazing. These guys are amazing. And essentially they're doing the same thing. If you had to think about this, there's no way that you could do it. You have to just instinctively feel the wave and feel what you need to do. And they're basically like gymnasts. Now, could you stop the video at any particular point and go, okay, he's doing a certain thing? Yeah, you could do that. And that's a way to learn. But he's not doing that when he's on the wave. Right? He's alive on the wave. And it's kind of the same thing. You can't think about this hand and that foot and that knee and it's all just one. So this is the beginning of learning to surf. Right? Put the board down on the ground, not in the water, but on the ground, and you stand on the board, and then you learn to shift your weight and walk backward and walk forward on the board and lean into the wave and all those things. And then maybe you go out and you try a little 3-foot wave. You just try to catch the wave. Jill, have you ever caught a wave?
In the face once.
Just do some body surfing. Without a board, just body surfing is fine, right? It's like you're learning to dance with the wave. And Tai Chi is exactly the same thing, only the wave is inside you. Right? Don't watch my body. Watch my energy body. Watch the movement. When you get to that level, it's as good as sex. Right? It's like surfing a wave. It's a self-created wave, or you could say it's a traditional wave because you will have spent years learning this form in order to create the wave that's programmed into the form. The form is a program of a wave, a 12-minute wave. Right? And what you do is you learn all that so that then you can learn to ride it. Most people think, well, I'm learning Tai Chi. Foot goes here, and then I step over here, and then I do. That's not Tai Chi. Learning the form is just your entrance ticket. Right? This is Tai Chi. And Tai Chi is feeling that wave. Feel that wave. Okay, now you're going to step out and you're going to block this knee. Somebody's trying to kick you in the knee. So you're not going to do this. What you're going to do is this. Why did he not just do this? Why do you go backward first?
Because otherwise there's no energy in it.
Yeah. And you want to engage your Dan-shen. This brings your hand back into the Dan-shen. This sinks the Dan-shen into the right kwa. And then you move to the left kwa. 1, 2, 3. Now, when you get really good at it, kind of looks a little bit like you're just going like that. But you slow somebody down who knows what he's doing, right? And what you want to do when you're standing here, all right, somebody's going to kick at your knee. Where's your weight? It's not over here. There's no weight there. The weight's here. If I want to block this person, if I try to do that with my arm's not got any power. Even if I was a big muscly guy, it's not very powerful. The power's in my weight. So if I want to block this, I need to bring the weighted side of my body into the block. So, right, here I am standing. I'm going to condense the weighted side of my body and then shift it to the block. Jill, does that make sense? So it's always the same set of principles. It's very simple. If you want to go left, start by going right. If you want to have any power, you have to use the weighted side of your body. And that usually means shifting from one side to the other. And it's that shift that gives you power, because you're shifting all that weight. One, two, 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 right? The shift in the weight will power the block, and it will also power the counter strike, right? Guy's trying to kick. Block him, punch him. Where you're punching is right into the center of his chest. If you hit right here, just below the sternum, you'll probably knock him out, if not kill him. Because you're essentially hitting into the heart. Essentially, you're shocking this area of the body, and you can also just hit the sternum, pop. Now, the point of telling you about the hits is not to encourage the martial side of this. I actually don't care about the martial side. I'm way too old to care about the martial side. It's fun when you're younger. It's sort of pointless when you're older. But you need to know what you're aiming at. You need to know how to use your mind. Retreat, block, hit. Advance, block, hit. Set and kick. Squeeze and push, twist, step, step out, block, and push, and come, bring your weight back, twist, counter twist, and center. This is Fandan Bien. Fandan Bien means reverse single whip. Right? This is single whip. This is reverse single whip. One more. Wrist. Good. Okay, practice that between now and next Saturday. Practice it 500 times. I'm serious. Okay. Ciao. Guys, have a good day. We'll see you
My
next time.
marching orders. Okay. A good one.